we're back with the Higurashi stream. How long has it been? Let's see. A year since I last streamed Higurashi. It's not that long, especially for a visual novel that takes hours to read. Especially when it relies on knowing the story throughout all 80 hours that this game is, the series is. Let's continue and load. Stopped at the end of chapter 3 a year ago. New tips. The Hinamizawa Dam project. October 1975. In accordance with the Prime Minister's Bulletin Number XXX, Hinamizawa's Electrical Development Master Plan was announced. The vast scope of the projected Hinamizawa Dam was to have an incredibly heavy impact on the village of Hinamizawa. The area to be flooded by the Hinamizawa Dam would include the 5 areas of Hinamizawa, Taketsuro, Kyotsu, Matsumoto, and Yaguchi. The submerged area would include 291 houses. Population 1,251. 1 elementary school, 1 middle school, 1 post office, 1 agricultural cooperative, 1 forestry department, lumberyard, 5 shrines, 2 temples, and 1 fishery. All of these communal, cultural, agricultural areas and places of worship were to be indefinitely submerged at the bottom of the artificial lake basin. Forsaken the hundreds of years our ancestors poured their blood and sweat into this fertile, resource-rich land was just too painful to bear. All the residents having homes that were to be submerged banded together and created the Onigafuchi Guardians. The dam project was halted and petitions to alter the plan were articulated. The citizens sought peaceful negotiations, but the government and its puppet company, XXXXX, openly refused. Performing unspeakable, heinous acts, they quashed the democratic actions of the villagers. But the villagers did not falter. Instead, they banded together even more closely and steeled their resolve to protect their homes to the death. The continuation of that frightening Hinamizawa Dam construction project is still stalled as of today. The villagers understand that the stalling was caused by sublime power through unity, and they understand that this fearsome plan has not yet been fully withdrawn. The Onigafuchi Guardians have been dissolved after it did its part, but the feeling of unity it garnered have not yet been extinguished. As long as that passion resides in the hearts of the residents, they'll be able to confront whomever next decides to sink their homes into the lake basin. Hold on. Onigafuchi Guardians Committee Chairman Kichiro Kimiyoshi. Special tabloid report. Nightmare befalls the Hinamizawa Dam. lynching and murder dismemberment. On X day of X month in XX prefecture at the Hinamizawa Dam construction work site in Shishibone City, a bone-chilling, gruesome murder/dismemberment. Even though this case has shocked the archipelago, the police will give no details on the case, exactly what happened at the Hinamizawa Dam. They probably didn't mean to kill him at first, but as the victim resisted by swinging around a shovel, the rest of the perpetrators armed themselves in return, and it quickly escalated into homicide. So said the aforementioned investigator A. After this bloody tragedy was over, they were left with a body which nobody could have mistaken as alive. XX's son had tormented the suspects daily with his rough behavior. At first it was meant to be payback. All the perpetrators were horrified by their deed, and one even turned himself into the police. It was the de facto leader of this group, XX, who suggested in hiding this body. Reluctantly at first, they soon began to think they did not wish to be caught. The construction dam cited numerous places to hide the body with the 6 people. They were originally supposed to hide the body and leave the area, but the de facto leader feared the consciences of the other 5 wouldn't be able to bear the burden, and came up with a horrifying method to keep them from turning him into the police. He devised the heinous method of splitting up the body among them and making each of them responsible for hiding a piece. XX had turned a simple manslaughter into a gruesome dismemberment and forcibly involved each perpetrator in order to create a sense of unity between them. Each one participated, but what does this mean? Person A spoke out reluctantly. XX had ordered each and every one of them to dissect a piece for themselves. They were hesitant at first, but nobody refused. In for a penny, in for a pound. What it meant. Thus an unimaginable bloody ceremony began. The perpetrators wept and vomited as they performed the gruesome task. There was one person who stubbornly refused, but XX threatened them, saying nothing would change if someone else ended up dead, and he gave up in his objections. But XX's plan collapsed in the span of one night. XXX, who had refused to dissect the corpse up until the last moment, had broken down in tears at the hospital where he was being treated for an injury sustained during the scuffle and confessed. The criminals were arrested one after the other, but the de facto leader XX's whereabouts are still unknown. Also, the right arm hidden by XX has yet to be found. Despite an ongoing search, this horrible individual has so far managed to elude law enforcement. What could the police be doing? It appears that XX had said he was going to throw the body, right arm, into the swamp. XX's car was discovered abandoned near the swamp, but there were no clues to his whereabouts. XX didn't trust his companions. One cannot deny the possibility that he had expected his companions to confess to the police and used his car as a decoy. Of course, I doubt that theory. Since he has no car, one would expect him to have a limited area to which he could have escaped to. But within the station there were rumors going around that he had accidentally slipped and drowned in the swamp when he went to throw away the body. To the locals, that swamp is believed to be bottomless. It is known as Onigafuchi, the demon's abyss, and it's said that the bottom of the swamp is connected to the hellish world of demons. The atrocious demon from hell that was X. What? Can I hide my mouse? I should be able to. There we go. The atrocious demon from hell that was XX. Could it be that he had returned to hell through the swamp? The Zijing dragon, bringer of luck and fortune, prosperous future, ladies leaping into your arms, business success, promotions, ambition, protection from harm. Not just with the pachinko and the horse races, but business and even love. Guaranteed or your money back. Zijing Dragon Bracelet DX. One piece? No way! Gear 5? 27,800 yen. Continue. The function of the school as an educational facility is very questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. The only things we do together are the warm-ups at the start. The teacher isn't even there after that. All we do is play together.
仕方ないじゃん。年齢も性別もバラバラだし。
No helping it. Everybody is a different age or gender.
一応ね、体育の時間は校庭で体を動かすのだけが決まりなの。
The only rule is that we have to stay on school grounds while exercising. All the little kids were gallivanting about. Well, they certainly are being active. They might be getting plenty of exercise, but
きっと教育委員会はこの学校を見落としてるんだろうな。
the Board of Education probably completely forgot about this school.
お待たせしましたです。
Sorry to keep you waiting.
さてご一同様、
We're
今
all
日の
together.
体育は何をいたしましょ
Stop. We're all together now. What shall we do for PE?
おっしゃ、
All right.
これでいつものメンバー全員集合だな。
We have all our members gathered now.
う。さて委員長、今日は一体どんな体育をやるのかな？
Now then, class representative, what shall we do for PE today?
やるのかな？
What shall we do? Mion harumphed and crossed her arms haughtily, surveying the area.
瞬発力と持久力。
Explosive power and endurance.
スポーツの世界においては仲間などいない。
There are no friends in the world of sports.
すべてがライバル。信じられるのは己の肉体のみ。
Everyone is a rival. The only thing you can do is trust in is your own body.
なんだそりゃ、漫画の読みすぎだろ。
What the heck do you mean by that? You read too much manga. I quipped without missing a beat.
てわけで、温故知新。
And so, we'll be taking a lesson from history.
古いながらもすべての要素を詰め込んだ屋外乱戦の王様。鬼ごっこで行こう。
The tried and true king of all outdoor melee events. Let's play tag. It was quite the adorable choice to make after playing it up so much.
望むところですわ。
Just what I was hoping for.
のろまな圭一さんは家の一番に鬼ですの。
That dunderhead Keiichi-san shall be the first one to be it.
僕だって負けませんです。
I won't be beaten.
レナも頑張るもの。今日は負けないぞ。
I'll try my best too. You can't beat me.
なんでお前らそんなにやる気満々なんだよ。
Why are you guys all so into it? I guess it's a club
快
activity.
速第3条。ゲームは絶対に楽しく参加しなければならない。
The third rule of our society, you must partake in the game, enjoying it without question.
じゃあこれ部活なのかよ。
Then, this counts as a club activity? Everyone smirked at each other. They all seemed pretty confident. I'm a man. Physically, I should be able to keep up with any girls in my own age. Regardless, Mio and Satoko looked like they were aiming for victory, and Reina was looking at me as if pitying my disadvantage.
上等だぜ。
Fine,
鬼ごっこ
fine, tag.
乗ってやる。
I'm in. My yell echoed across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone who was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who was it. The ones who were tagged by it also became it. So the number of people who were it could increase exponentially. The endgame would become a hellish siege.
ここいらではこの遊びのことゾンビ鬼って呼んでるけどね。
We call this version zombie tag, you see. I see.
なるほど。食われたやつがゾンビ化するからな。
I see. Anyone infected by a zombie turns into a zombie.
なんでそんな怖いこと言うんだろう。だろう。
Why do you make it sound so scary, I wonder. As soon as I catch
レ
Reina,
ナを捕まえたら
Why?
生きたまま
Why does
お
it keep
腹を
on
食い破ってやるからな。
lying before I start talking? As soon as I catch Reina, I'm going to tear out her entrails while she's still alive. I wonder if there's something wrong with the game because I'm streaming.
やだよケイチくん、そんなのや。
Gross, Keiichi-kun. That's gross. Rika-chan placed her hand on Reina's head as she panicked.
大丈夫です。ケイチに食われる前に僕が優しく食べてあげますです。
Don't worry, before Keiichi gobbles you down, I'll eat you up gently.
リカ、それは全然慰めになってませんわ。
Rika, that isn't comforting at all. Both Mion and I nodded deeply.
最初の鬼、ゾンビはどうやって決める？
So the first it, how do you decide who's the zombie?
じゃんけんか。
With rock, paper, scissors?
一応授業時間だからね。問題で決めよう。
Well, it is class time after all. Let's decide by answering questions.
問題を出すから答えられなかったやつがゾンビ。
I'll ask the questions, and the one who isn't able to answer is the zombie. I have no idea which grade level they're coming from.
6は英語で。
What does the Japanese word roku mean? Huh? I was bewildered by the sudden question. Mion repeated it.
だから答えるの。
So you need to answer.
6は英語で。
What's roku in English?
6だ。
It's 6.
なら靴下は。
How about kutsushida?
ソックスだね。
Socks.
アルファベットの後ろから3つ目。
What's the third last letter in the alphabet?
X ですよ。
X.
では性別は英語で。
What does seibutsu mean?
もちろんわかりますわ。
Of course I know what that is.
それは
It's... Satoko cut herself off before finishing the answer. I see. It's quite a lewd question.
さとこは大人だもんね。
You're an adult, aren't you?
知らないわけはないよ
Of
ね。
course you know what it is, right?
知ってますもの。
I certainly do.
知ってるもん。
Of course I know.
じゃあ言ってごらんよ。
Then go ahead and say it.
あれだよ。あれ。
That, you know. That.
あれは英語
What
で。
does that mean exactly?
さとこちゃん困ってる。かわいい。
Satoko looks like she's in trouble. How cute.
持ち帰るなよ。犯罪だからな。
Don't take her home. It's a crime. If I didn't nip it in the bud, she really might have tried to take her home. Mion's pursuit was relentless, making Satoko stammer.
さあさあさあ言ってごらんよ、大声で。
Now then, go ahead and say it nice and loudly.
あれは英語でなん
What
と
does
よ。
that mean?
知ってるもん。
I do know.
知ってるもん。
I do know.
知ってるもん。
I do know.
だから。
It's...
ザットですよ。ザット。
That means a previously indicated person, thing, or event. Huh? All of us were a bit surprised by Rika-chan's unexpected answer. I see. Well, it certainly is what that means. It could have been awkward. I wonder what I would have done in Satoko's position. I'd probably get ticked off and just blurt out you-know-what at the top of my lungs. I wouldn't want you as an enemy in Mion Sonozaki. Thank goodness you were born a girl. If you were a boy, you'd probably be a perverted asshole.
仕方ありませんわね。
It appears I have no choice.
不将、この北条聡子がゾンビ役を務めさせてもらいますわ。
Unfortunately, I, Satoko Hojo, shall assume the role of the zombie.
みんな食い殺してやりますですな。
I shall eat everyone. It seems like she's raring to go.
100数えればいいんですの？
All I must do is count to 100, correct?
100数えるのはズルするやつがいるからな。
Some jerks skip numbers when counting to 100.
俺の問題が解けたら追ってよし。
So you can start chasing after you solve this problem.
ケイチくん、簡単なのにしてあげてね。
Whoa, Kate, can you give her a simple one, okay?
5分の1のケーキと6分の1のケーキと7分の1のケーキを一皿に乗せました。
1/5 of a cake, 1/6 of a cake, and 1/7 of a cake are all on a plate.
分母が違いますですの。
Oh no, there are no common denominators. Satoko grabbed a stick in a panic and began drawing the cake in fractions on the ground.
ケーキ1個を60秒で食べられるサトコがそれを全部食べるとお皿にはケーキがいくつ残っているでしょう。
If Satoko, who can eat one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? It's a trick question. Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mion shouted, Ready,
よーいドン。
ready, go. Sorry for muting. Escape. On Neon signal, everyone but Satoko scattered.
Keiichi-kun,
Keiji-kun.
それ問題じゃないよね。
That wasn't a problem at all, was it? Satoko had already lost the moment she started working it out. She's eating it all, so of course there's nothing left on the plate. Everyone dashed off in a direction they thought was best. Knowing the lay of the land, they probably headed right to the best spots. It was obvious I was at a disadvantage. At a time like this, it would have been more effective to go along with those trained in survival skills, like Mion, for example. The fact that I didn't realize it was at the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over the school grounds, I saw Satoko just rising up to start. She was really, really mad. Mwahahaha. She got tripped up on such a dumb question. I stood at one of the corners of the school. I had a clear sightlines in two directions and would probably have a good response time if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trained to think during club activities yesterday. Now, think calmly, Keiichi Maibara. If I was it, what would I do? Increasing my numbers would be the shortcut to victory. Then going after the weakest player first is the obvious plan of attack. Meaning me.
さて圭一さんはどこでございましょう。
Now then, where could Keiichi-san possibly be?
逃がしませんことよ。
I shan't let you escape. But of course, what would be the best method to track me down? Footprints or smell, maybe some type of trail. If I could craftily hide my tracks, then there would be no trail for Satoko to follow. But I was no detective. Would I even be able to do that kind of thing in an amateur game like this?
富田、岡村。
Tomita Okamura.
圭一さんを見かけなかったでございませんこと。
Have you seen Keiichi-san recently? What the heck? Do zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun pointed to the location where I was hiding. After confirming she was headed in this direction, I abandoned my position. It wasn't easy to hide myself with all those little kids running around as they please. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage from not being familiar with these surroundings. If that's how it was going to be, then to confront this intelligence-gathering zombie, I just countered in a similar vein. I approached some girls playing with a ball.
すまんが伝言を頼まれてくれ。
I'm sorry, but could you relay this message?
北条聡子にご両親が校門に来てるぞってな。
Tell Satoko Hojo that her parents are at the gate, please.
伝言。
Message, hahaha.
いいよいいよ。
Okay. I stopped the girls as they turned off to run.
待て、まだ行くな。
Wait, don't go yet.
あと園崎ミオンにもだ。
Also take this one, just Neon-san is
先生が校門のところで呼んでるぞって伝えてくれ。
Tell her the teacher is calling her to the gate. Mwahaha. I'm quite the schemer if I do say so myself. If things went well, then Satoko and Mion would run into each other at the gate. They'd put me at a disadvantage if more people were in, but this was Mion we were talking about. She'd figure out a way to escape. But that was just fine, as long as it bought me more time. Mwahaha. Dance for me, Mion and Satoko, in the palm of my hand. Having my fill of playing the con man, I looked for a place to hide. If you think about it logically, I'd only bought myself a scant amount of time, and it might even come back to bite me. Once it became apparent that I'd started spreading false information through the messengers, I could end up being the recipient of one of those messages. Satoko would probably ask the messengers to help her look for me. That would mean there would be more zombies than participants in the game. The virus that was brought about by my mischief could cause an epidemic. All my classmates would transform into zombies and would only be searching for me. This tactic might backfire horribly. While trembling at the thought of the impending dawn of the dead, I began searching for a safe house. I found a shed by the incinerator behind the school. After climbing up to the roof, I held my breath. It wasn't a bad place to hold out. Not only did I have a good line of sight, but if necessary, I could jump off in 3 different directions to escape. It was getting rowdy down there. The lower grades were running around below the shed.
いないね、前原さん。
Maibara-san isn't around.
そっちいた？
Is he over there?
いない。
Nope.
圭一さんどこだろう。
Where's Kiichi-san, I wonder?
お父さんが校門に来てるのに
His
ね。
dad is at the front gate. That was definitely a lie. The word gate, the same one I'd used, gave a hint of revenge. So Mian was behind this. I was still keeping one step ahead of the game. I felt bad for my underclassmen, but they still have to search until the school bell.
ねえねえ、圭一さん知らない？
Hey, do you know where Keiichi-san is at?
お母さんが急病で大変なんだって。
His mom suddenly got really sick.
前原さんに伝言だよ。
A message from Maibara-san.
家が火事だから急いで校門に来いって。
They said his house got fire and he needs to come to the
前
gate.
原さん家にジャンボ機が墜落したらしい
A
よ。
jumbo jet fell on top of the Maibara residence.
警察が事情聴取に来てるって言って
The
た。
police have come to question him. Anything goes now.
趣味は抱き枕のコレクションなんだって。
They say he enjoys peeping in the bathrooms. Huh?
夜な夜なベッドで抱きながら寝てるって本当なの？
Is it true that he's going around every night stealing panties? Who are they talking about?
ふにふにの柔らかい感触がたまんないって。
I heard he wears panties on his head and smells them and stuff. No way I would do that.
委員長の写真貼り付けたのもあるらしいよ。
I heard that class representative Neon was a victim too. What? Ah. This was your doing, Neon. Calm down, Keiichi Maibara. This is Neon's battle tactic to flush me out. Just hold on. If my underclassmen thought about it logically, they would know it's all nonsense. Small kids don't think about things logically. To them, all of those things were true, so they all chuckled together while looking for me. Wahahaha. I win, Neon. It's my victory. Wahahaha. Wiping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory.
聞いた？
Did you hear?
転校生の前原さんって二次元萌えの人なんだって。
I heard that the new transfer student Maibara-san is a really perverted person. Kyahahaha. The cost of beating Neon had too high a price. Oh, someone passed below. That's Rena and Rika-chan.
リカちゃんはまだ無事かな？
Rika-chan, you're still okay?
なんとか頑張ってますです。
I'm getting by somehow.
みーちゃんも鬼になっちゃったみたいなの。
It seems Mi-chan is it as well. Neon? It couldn't be. She'd become it because of my little strategy. This confirmed that Neon is behind this relentless message war. Then, this wasn't good.
みーちゃんはなんとか巻いたけど、さとこちゃんは。
We finally got away from Mi-chan, but Sadako-chan, she is...
さとこは土管のところを探してますから。ここ
Sadako,
はしばらくは安全ですよ。
Sadako is searching around the pipes, so we should be safe here for a while. Upon hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. While Reina was slumped on the ground, breathing heavily, Rika-chan has started creeping up to her. Rika-chan doesn't normally make noise when she walks, but it's strange. It couldn't be. Well,
リカちゃん？
Rika-chan?
何かな？
What
何
is
か
it?
な？
What is it? What?
大丈夫ですよ。
I love all in this anime. I love it too. Oh. Don't worry. I had never seen Rika-chan smile so creepily before.
なんで近寄ってくるのかな？来るのかな？
Why are you coming closer? Why?
リカちゃんはゾンビじゃないもんね。
Rika-chan isn't a zombie, is she?
怖くないです。
Don't be scared. I'll be
僕
sure
が
to
優しく
eat you
食べてあげ
gently.
ますです。嘘だよね。
No way.
リカちゃんがそんな。
Rika-chan, no. Thank you for subscribing. Reina was pressed against the wall and Rika-chan lurched forward with both arms out, just like a zombie. Reina quaked with her back and pushed up against the wall. It was quite a surreal scene of horror, like one of those zombie breakout videos you see. At that moment, Reina's eyes met mine. Keiichi-kun, save me! Zombie Rika turned 180 degrees, exorcist style, and glared at me.
いた！A ちゃん見っけ！
Found him. I see Kei-chan. Neon popped out from behind the cinder block wall around the garbage dump, also seeing where I was. My position was only advantageous when there was one zombie. Being surrounded was not as good.
ケイイチさんを見つけたですって？
You said you located Keiichi-san? I could tell that Satoko was rushing my way. It seemed that Rika-chan had let Reina escape, and now she was baring her fangs in my direction.
降りてこいケイちゃん
Come on down, Kei-chan. The three zombies circled the shed, moaning curses.
お前ら怖い！
You guys are scary.
怖すぎる！
Too scary.
ケイイチさんの腹渡はどんな味がするのかしら？
I wonder how Keiichi-san's guts taste.
ケイイチさん。
Keiichi-san.
ケイイチも僕たちの仲間になってほしいです。
Keiichi, I want you to become one of us.
誰か助けてくれ！
Someone, please save me. I saw Reina apologizing to me from across the schoolyard. An apology. Sorry. Leaving me for dead? Reina! I leapt off the roof out of fear, slipping as I landed. Satoko and Rika jumped on top of me, and after straddling me, they tickled me all over my body.
やめ！
Yame! Stop! Stop! Gwah!
ってことはあとはレナか
So this means Reina is still left.
チャイムまであと何分もないね
There isn't much time until the bell.
のれんレナ！
Damn you, Reina.
よくも俺を見殺し
How
に！
dare you leave me for dead. The feelings of a zombie. I understood how vengeful ghosts with lingering regrets feel.
かわいそです。
It's sad, so sad.
でもこれでケイイチも仲間ですよ。
But Keiichi is one of us now. It felt like I'd been bitten by a vampire and was now one of their thralls. It was a strange feeling being welcomed over to the side that had pursued me.
ゾンビ鬼なかなか奥深し。
Zombie tag is quite profound.
気取ってる場合じゃありませんわ。
This is no time to
レ
postulate.
ナを捕まえるのですの。
We must capture Reina.
校長が廊下を歩いてる
The principal is walking down the hall.
もうすぐチャイムが鳴る
The
よ
bell will ring soon. To devour Reina, I, who had been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary. Except I wasn't just a zombie. I was a master the night, a vampire. Using the same trick that had tightened the noose around my own neck, I used my classmates to further my evil design. I gathered up the lower grades from around the school grounds.
みんな聞いてくれ！
Everyone, listen.
レナが大変なんだ！
Reina's in big trouble.
今すぐレナを探し出してくれ！
All of you, please look for Reina.
前原さん家にジャンボ機が落っこちたことより大変なの？
It's a bigger problem than a jumbo jet crashing into your family's house? Oh yeah, it had turned into that, hadn't it? Neon whistled nonchalantly, trying to avoid the blame.
ああ、ジャンボ機なんか目じゃないぞ！
Yeah, it's not even the same league as jumbo jets.
レナン地に墜落したのはなんと
What fell in Reina's house
小惑星だ！
was a space colony.
小惑星ですって？
A space colony?
ああ、宇宙人が作った装置でロシュの限界を解除し、まず1個落としたらしい。
Yeah, it's a really big disaster.
まさか俺もそこまでやるとは思わなかった。
Everything in a 100-kilometer radius was obliterated.
しかも続いて今度は100個も。
But that's only the prelude to this tragic
地
tale.
球軍の完全な誤算だ。
This is the beginning, the start of a war for independence by the propagandapality of Xeon. The lower grades were dumbfounded, their eyes like saucers at the grand turn of events.
地球軍って
What will happen?
私たち宇宙人と戦争でもしてるんですか？
Will the Terran Federation lose?
このままでは地球は壊滅だ。
If things go on like this, they will.
しかしレナの放つ音速のマッハレナパンチなら小惑星を全て迎撃することができる。
Only one person can defeat the Red Comet.
そう地球軍のトップエース
That,
それがリュウグウレナなのだ。
that person is Rena Ryugu. The lower grade students all gulped. It seemed that I made them fully understand that the fight for Earth was lost without Rena.
さあチレ同志諸君レナを探し出すのだ。
Now scatter, comrades. We must find Rena. My comrades in the lower grades let an enthusiastic cheer and danced off in various directions around the school grounds. There was still one person who hadn't gone.
でもたとえレナさんでも月を押し戻すことなんてで
But
きるんでしょうか？
I thought even the Terran Federation's impulse wave diffusal cannon didn't work on the Common Empire.
心配無用だ。
You're close. That's the white variety of those comets.
つい先日もレナは地球に激突するはずの水星爆弾を一つ弾き飛ばしている。
The reason it didn't work was because they didn't know the weak point.
小惑星の100個や200個くらい
Of
音
course,
速を超える高速のパンチで一撃だ。
of course, Rena knows that weak point all too well.
リュウグウさんってすごいんだ。
Ryugu-san is amazing. Satisfied with that, she also rushed off to look for Rena. It does seem like there are some promising up-and-comers amongst the youngsters.
ケイちゃんの才能をおじさんは改めて知ったよ。
Little Kei-chan's abilities, this old man knows them better now. It didn't really feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever.
しかしケイイチさんもやるでございますわね。
Really though, how exceptional, Keiichi-san.
これは頼もしいですわ。
This looks quite promising.
でもこの人数なら勝てる。
If we have this many, we can win.
これだけいれば勝てるよ。
With this many, we will win.
ケイイチはゾンビに立候補した方が良かったと思いましたです。
I was thinking that Keiichi would have been a better nominee for the initial zombie. Hold on, my cat's meowing. Okay, I have to go feed my cats and dogs, so I'm gonna be gone for a bit. Okay, we back. Rika-chan's words stung a bit, but I'd let it slide for now. Not even Arena would be able to escape the entire class. As a result of everyone's thorough search, Reina was finally cornered in the back of the sports equipment shed.
怖いよみんな。
You're all scary.
ケイチ君まで
Keiichi-kun too.
怖いよ。
So scary. It probably was scary being chased around by the entire student body. All the lower grades closed in on Reina, saying she was the only one who could save the world.
みんなが何を言ってるのかわかんないよ。
What are you all saying?
レナはパンチで小惑星なんか破壊できないよ。
I can't control a mech.
レナさっきはよくも見捨てたな。
Reina, how could you leave me for dead?
覚悟はできてるだろうな。
Are you ready to pay for it?
さっきはごめんねケイチ君。だって仕方なかったんだもん。
I'm sorry about that, Keiichi-kun, but I didn't have a choice.
おとなしく食い尽くされるでございますの。
Do not resist. Let yourself be devoured.
みんなで仲良しですよ。
Let's all be together.
さあレナ、念仏でも唱えな。
Now, Reina, say your prayers. Reina had stumbled onto a mat, trembling with tears in her eyes. I closed in, associating this situation with a similar, particularly immoral one made my pulse quicken just a little bit. Satoko and Rika-chan were both wiggling their fingers. They probably wanted to tickle Reina. Reina, wanting no part of what she knew was about to happen, went stiff with fear.
ケイチ君はみんなみたいなひどいことしないよね。しないよね。
Keiichi-kun, you wouldn't do mean things like everyone else, would you? Would you?
さあどうかな。
I wonder.
さあ覚悟は決まったかな。
Now then,
Are you ready?
いいよケイチ君なら。
Okay, so long as it's Keiichi-kun. The face she made as she resigned herself to her fate made my heart skip a beat.
ケイチ君はひどいことしないってレナ信じてるし。
I believe that Keiichi-kun won't do horrible things to me. Our body won't move. There had to be some sort of anti-zombie mantra. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside me died instantly. There was the bell. Game over. Yay!
やったやった。
I did it! I did it!
生き残ったよ。
I survived!
わーいわーい。
Yay! Yay! Reina pranced around merrily as if a curse had been broken.
あとわずかのところで日光が差し、悪のゾンビ軍団は廃人と帰したか。
Huh. So daylight broke in the nick of time and the evil zombie army disintegrated into dust.
ヒロインが生き残るのは映画のお約束だもんな。
no talk because I was helping my sister give one of my cats his medicine. But now I'm back. And so the heroine survived. Well, that's how it goes in the movies anyways.
何を気取ってるのですの？
What are you postulating about?
ケイチさんがもたもたしてるから。
This is all because Keiichi-san was dawdling about.
お仕置きしますです。
Punishment is required. I was subdued by Satoko and Rika-chan and once again sentenced to death by a 100 tickles. Eek, forgive me. Eek. Yes, the voices are so
じ
good.
ゃあ生き残ったでしょうは竜宮レナと園崎美音。イエーイ。
Then the award for surviving goes to Reina Ryugu and Mion Sonozaki. Yay!
あれ？みーちゃんゾンビじゃなかったの？
Huh? Mi-chan wasn't a zombie?
ふりしてただけ。敵を騙すには味方からって言うじゃん。
Only pretended to be one. They say you need it to deceive your allies before you can deceive the enemy, you know?
ミオンてめえ
Oh, Mion, you little...
はいはい
Yeah.
急いで着替えないとね。
Hurry up and change, alright?
次の授業に遅れんなよ。
Don't be late for the next class.
離せサトコリカちゃん
Let go of me, Satoko. Rika-chan. Having my fill of being terrified to my very core by club activities, I solemnly swore I would have Mion crying for mercy the next time. Oh my god, bro is freaking the fuck out. He's being tickled to death. He's also like, what, 13? Maybe 12, maybe 11. After arriving home, I quickly made preparations to head out once again. I had agreed to meet with Reina and to dig Colonel Randy out of the mountain of treasures from before.
母さんうちに軍手ってあるかなあとタオル
Mom, do we have work gloves? I need towels too.
表の物置の中になかった？
Aren't they in the shed out back?
タオルは洗面所ね。
Towels are by the sink. Alright, now I was all ready. Looking at me, my mom stared quizzically.
何ケイチ？
What's going on, Keiji?
すごいいでたちで
It
ど
is
こへお出か
content.
け？
Higurashi's peak fiction. Where are you headed to in that getup? If they come to dump again illegally, he'll be buried completely and it'll be impossible to dig him out. If that happens, Reina will undoubtedly go after the Colonel Randy in front of the fried chicken place in town.
ちょっと発掘に
A bit of excavating.
クラスメートを犯罪者にしないた
So
め
my
に
classmate doesn't become a criminal.
はあ？あまり遅くならないようにね。
Well, don't be out too late. Mom returned to the kitchen with a puzzled expression still on her face. Cutting through the woods as a shortcut to the dam site, I ran into someone. It was Tomitake-san. Probably taking pictures of wild birds again with that precious camera of his. It couldn't be that all he took pictures of was handsome young men in the twilight.
やあ久しぶり
Hey, long time no see.
ケイチ君だったよね
Keiichi-kun, right?
どうもその説は
My due regards. I expelled the rude imagery from my head and greeted him without inciting anything.
そういえば
By the way,
彼女は君の知り合いだよね。
was that girl an acquaintance of yours? He was probably talking about Reina. Guessing by the way Tomitake-san was shaken up.
あれは一体何だったんだい？
What was that all about?
彼女が不気味のナタを持って歩いてるんだよ。
She was walking around with a bared hatchet,
それもニヤニヤと笑いながら。
and she was laughing with a huge smile across her face. That was Reina, without a doubt. I expect that she was grinning in anticipation of taking Colonel Randy home.
身に危険を察して隠れたけど、警察に電話した方がいいんじゃないかな。
I hid myself because I thought it might be dangerous. Should I call the cops to be safe? Well, it certainly would be quite the spectacle for a girl of her age to be roaming around with a hatchet. Tomitake-san's reaction was the epitome of logical.
いいんですいいんです。
It's fine, it's fine.
ほっといてください。
Just leave her be.
また犠牲者を探して徘徊しているだけですから。
She's just wandering around, looking for more victims. Tomitake-san was alarmed by my crash response. Well, it's probably hard for normal people to understand Reina. I'll just toss out a bunch of baloney.
富武さんがここで殺されたら、多分犯人はあいつです。
If you were to be killed out here, she'd probably be the one to do it.
せいぜい嗅ぎ回らないようにすることで
Try
す
not to
ね。
snoop too much around here. With the condescending smirk, I started off in the direction of the dam site where Reina was waiting. Before I got too far, Tomitake-san abruptly called out to me.
ケイチ君、それよそ者の僕への警告のつもりかい？
Keiichi-kun, is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? I didn't mean that seriously. I did try to make it obvious, but...
せいぜい気をつけることにするよ。
I'll try my best to be careful. Leaving only those words behind, Tomitake-san turned around and left. I didn't really mean to call him an outsider. I wasn't really implying anything when I said that. It was only meant to be a joke, but it felt like I said something bad. Keiichi-kun!
待ってたよ。今日も頑張ろう。
I was waiting for you. Let's try our best today. I understood what Tomitake-san was trying to say. Somebody gallivanting about while waving a hatchet around certainly would seem dangerous.
ナタは鞘とかをかぶせて持ってこい。
You should put a cover on that hatchet when you have it in public.
無気味はさすがにまずいだろ。
It's not good to carry it around out in the open like that.
なくしちゃったみたいでないんだもん。
Seems that I lost it, so there isn't one. Thinking about it, there really was no need to try to keep up appearances. Everyone in Hinamizawa probably already knew about Reina's eccentricities. She's probably the only person who could carry a hatchet around Hinamizawa and not be considered suspicious.
まあいっか。
Ah well.
今日で決めるぜ。
Let's finish this today.
最後の針をぶっ壊せば引きずり出せるはずさ。
If we bust through this last beam, we should be able to pull him out.
準備万端。
I've got everything I need.
任せとけ。
Leave it to me. Okay. I took the hatchet from Reina and made my way up the unstable slope.
待っててね、ランディ君。
Just wait, Colonel Randy.
今ケイイチ君が助け出してくれるからね。
Keiichi-kun will save you.
よっしゃ下がってな。
Alright, get back.
一気にケリをつけてやるぜ。
I'll finish this in one go. A solid thwack rang out for Hinamizawa, as if the job was being done by a lumberjack.
どう？
How is it?
うまくいきそう？
Think you can do it?
無理そうだったら無理しなくていいよ。
If it looks too hard, you don't have to strain yourself.
ここさえ折れればあとはなんとかなる。
If I can break through this, then we'll be good.
今日は気力も充実。
I have plenty of power today.
いける。
I can do it. But this adversary was more formidable than I expected. First of all, I've never used a hammer before. During a school camping trip, I wanted to split the wood, but I lost that rock, paper, scissors and wasn't able to do it. Because the spot where I was standing was so unstable, I soon became tired and decided to take a break. Rana had also spread out a tarp and laid down some tea and sweets.
大丈夫。
I'm fine.
もう一息。
I'm almost there.
今夜レナが寝るときにはランディ君にお休みのキスができるようになってるさ。
I'll make sure Rana can give Colonel Randy a good night kiss tonight. Yeah,
ありがとう
thanks.
ランディ君。お休みのキス。
Giving Colonel Randy a good night kiss. How?
そういえばレナも転校生だったんだろ。
Come to think of it, Rana, you're a transfer student too.
前はどこに住んでたんだよ。
Where did you live before? I asked her nonchalantly while drinking tea. I thought she lived here all her life.
お、
Hmm?
関東の方だよ。
In Kanto.
ここほどじゃないけど、やっぱり田舎だったかな。
It wasn't as rural as it is out here, but it was still out in the countryside.
なんで引っ越してきたんだよ。
Why did you move here?
ひなみ沢に。
To Hinamizawa, I mean.
ほら、ここって結構田舎だろ。
You know, this is pretty far out in the boonies.
ケイチ君はなんで引っ越してきたの？
Why did you move here?
お父さんの仕事と関係あるのかな？
Does it have to do with your dad's work?
うちの親父がアトリエを移したいって言い出したんだよ。
Dad said he wanted to relocate his studio.
こういう山奥がいいって
He'd been
前々から言っててさ。
saying for a while that somewhere deep in the mountains like this would be perfect.
アトリエ？ケイチ君のお父さんって芸術家さんなの？
Studio? Is your father an artist or something?
風景画ばっかり描いてる。
He paints scenery.
年に2回くらいはどっかで個展を開いてるらしい。
Seems that twice a year he opens a gallery for the stuff he does. When he started, his works were displayed in an industry plaza in Tokyo, and now they're exhibited in the Makuhari Mess. He's determined to have them displayed in the Waterfront International Exhibition Hall.
それってすごいね。
That's amazing.
今度レナにも見せてね。
Let me see them next time. I was too embarrassed to tell her that I didn't really know what kind of pictures my father painted. Well, eventually I would. I picked myself up while giving some vague answers.
でも楽器途中の転校だったんでしょ？
But you transferred in the middle of the semester, didn't you?
大変じゃなかった？
Wasn't that a hassle?
別に
Not really.
都会ってのには飽きてたし。
I was getting bored of the city anyways. I was trying to get answers from Rana, but I ended up being the one giving out all the answers. With a bit of a wry smile on my face, I grabbed the handle of the hatchet and headed back to the worksite. The air grew colder as the sun slowly set. The Higurashi began their song, as if to tell me to stop and head home for the day. Just a bit more. Today I would end it. When I first started, I chatted with Reina as at work, but now I didn't have that luxury.
ほらてめえ
You little...
ちくしょう
Damn it. I'd swung the hatchet countless times today, just like this. Contact. Shards of wood splintered. The assailants had butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. I recalled that passage from the tabloid. One hit with something like this would smash someone's head in. Axes and pickaxes are not meant to be swung at people, ever. With one last swing, the beam cracked apart. The weight I put behind the hatchet was not only split through the beam, but smashed the statue's shoulder as well. The arm came off with a sickening sound. It clattered down noisily, stopping at my feet.
どうしたの？大丈夫？怪我したの？
Well, what's the matter? Are you hurt?
ごめん。
Sorry.
人形の腕壊しちゃったよ。
The figure's arm, I broke it off.
なんだ、ケイチ君が怪我をしたんじゃないかって思っちゃった。
Oh, that's all? I thought Keiichi-kun hurt himself. I probably had a really guilty look on my face. Rena said that without a hint of dismay as she smiled.
ガムテープとかでくっつけて、その上に上着を着せるもの。
We just need to tape back on and put a coat over him.
絶対わからないよ。
Nobody will even notice.
そっか。じゃあ引っ張り出そうぜ。
I see. Let's pull him out then.
そっち持ってくれるか。
Can you get that side? Okay. I still haven't found one of the arms. I laughed dryly at how pathetic I was for considering the arm flopping down and rolling to my feet to be such a bad omen. Both Rana and Mion knew how sickening that incident was, so they pretended that they didn't know. I had looked it up all by myself, and shamefully enough, I was scared.
情けないぜ、前原圭一。
You're pathetic, Keiichi Maibara.
よっしゃ、レナ。
Alright, Reina.
一気に行くぞ。
Let's do this in one go.
せーの。
Ready, and... Whoa.
やったよ、ケイチ君。
We did it. We did it, Keiichi-kun.
わーい。
Yay. The right time to give 3 cheers. That moment of 2 days of work bearing the fruit. He who was brought to Hinamizawa covered in filth to meet his end. Instead, we were able to welcome him back. You're pretty lucky, Colonel Randy. Your new master is a pretty decent person.
わー、ランディ君だ。やっぱ可愛いよ。
Wow, Colonel Randy, he really is cute. It didn't matter that he was dirty. Rena nuzzled him cheerfully with her cheek. I was dead tired, but seeing Rena's happy face made it all worth it.
じゃあ手伝うから持っていこうぜ。暗くなるとまずいだろう。
I'll help you carry it back. I'd be bad if it gets dark.
そうだね。
Yeah, right.
ケイチ君、本当にありがとうね。この恩は忘れないね。
I really want to thank you, Keiichi-kun. I won't forget this.
恩返しは何がいいかよく考えておくよ。
I'll think real hard about how you can repay me.
どんな恩返しだろう。
Whoa, I wonder what kind of repayment.
恩返しだろう。
I wonder. For now, I just hold back my evil cackle. We were ready to take it into her house, but we couldn't go like this. He rolled up the statue in the tarp and lifted him. And so Jack and Jill went down the hill carrying a human-sized bag and an unsheathed hatchet. I prayed that we wouldn't run into Tomitake-san. If he saw us here and took a picture, we'll need to get rid of him, lol. Is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? Something struck me as odd about the words Tomitake-san, unable to grasp my sense of humor, had left behind. What kind of name is Reina?
レナがいないです。
Reina's not
ケイチは知りませんですか？
Reina's not here. Do you know where she is, Keiichi?
あれたった今までそこにいたのにな。
Huh? She was just there, actually.
おいミオン、
Hey, Mion.
レナはどこ行ったんだ？
Where did Reina go?
レナお手洗いじゃない？
Rena, didn't you go to the washroom?
覗きたいなら止めないけど通報するからね。
She did say that she's been having bowel troubles lately. I hadn't heard anything about that.
さとこ、レナを知りませんですか？
Satoko, do you know where Rena went?
レナさんですの？
Rena,
さっき廊下ですれ違いましたよ。
Rena-san, you said. I just passed her in the hallway.
レナさんは日直だから花壇にお水をやらないといけませんので。
Rena-san has class duties today, so she's off to water the flower bed.
ああ、レナが日直か。そりゃお疲れ様なことで。
Ah, it was Rena's turn for class duty. Sounds like a drag. Rena. Upon hearing it repeated, a thought came to my mind. It's rude to say this about someone's name, but it was a weird name. It was like some foreigner's name.
レナってどういう名前なんだろうな。
What kind of is
レナって漢字だとどうなるんだ？
what kind of name is Reina, I wonder? What kind of kanji does her name use?
レナはあだ名なのです。ちゃんとした名前がありますですよ。
Reina is her nickname. She has a proper name as well.
え、そうなのか？俺はてっきり竜宮レナってのが本名だと思ってたよ。
What? Really? I was sure that Rena Ryugu was her actual name.
まあ確かにレナさんとしか呼んでませんから間違えるのも無理はないですわね。
Well, I can understand you making that mistake since we only call her Reina-san. She even signs her name as Reina. It's like her real name. It's like it's her real name in school.
本当の名前はなんて言うんだろうな。レナが戻ってきたら聞いてみるから。
I wonder what her real name is. Let's ask her when she comes back. Satoko and Hiko-chan looked at each other.
聞かなくてもいいですよ。僕たちが教えてあげますです。
You don't need to ask her. We'll tell you what it is.
お礼の礼に奈良の名。竜宮レーナが本名ですのよ。
It's the Rei from Orei and the Na from Nara. Her real name is Reina Ryugu.
レイナか。
Reina is it?
それでレイナじゃなくてレナって読むのか？
So it's read out as Rena instead of Reina.
面白い読み方だよな。
That's a pretty interesting reading.
いいえ、違いますです。レイナで正しいのです。
No, that's not it. Reina is the correct way.
レナさんが言ったのですわ。レナと呼んでほしいって。
Reina-san told us she wanted to be called. We wanted us to call her Reina.
だからレナさんなのですわ。
So we call her Reina-san.
ケイちゃん、
Kei-chan.
レナはレナだよ。
Reina is Reina, you know?
レーナって呼ぶのは他人だけ。
Only strangers call her Reina.
そこんとこ分かってるよね。
You got where this is going? I understood what Mia was saying. It didn't matter what her real name was, only what names we used between us. Reina Ryugu is Reina. She's nobody other than that.
思ったんだけどさ、自己申請すれば俺も今日からあだ名で呼ばれるのか？
So I was thinking, if I had a nickname, would you call me by that?
面白けりゃね。
If it's
なんて
good.
呼ばれたいわけ？
So what do you want to be called?
越後屋。
Con man. It's not a good nickname. Reina then came back into the classroom. One of the juniors near the door told Reina people were looking for her.
あれあれ、誰かレナのことを探してたかな？
What's this now? Who is looking for me, I wonder.
かな？
I wonder. Seeing that, both Mion and I sneer.
お代官様、竜宮めがまんまと現れましたぞ。
Bailiff Ryugu doth show herself.
いちごや、主も悪よな。うわほほほほ。
Con man, you're quite sinister. Hua ha ha.
何かな？ケイチ君とミーちゃんが悪代官だよ。
What is this? What is this? Keiji-kun and Michan are an evil bailiff and
いちご屋だよ。
a con man?
おのれ竜宮レナの助、ここで会ったが100年目でおじゃる。
Damn you, Reina no Ske, Ryugu. Today doth be when thou meetest thy maker.
いざ覚悟。
Have at thee. Konosuke-san, Kaku-sen, show them what for.
あやいさですわ。
Aye aye, sir.
報酬はスイス銀行に入れてほしいのです。
I expect my fee to be paid to my Swiss bank account. Since it's come to this, we have no choice. We'll just have a grand battle with 5 people. Reina's fierce punches exploded just as soon as she had shown her seal. The evil that was Mion and myself was vanquished in the end.
レナにはぜひ世直しの旅に出てもらいたいもんだ。永田町なんかどうだ？
I do hope that Reina does go on a journey to make the world a better place. How about heading to Parliament first?
ダメだよ。旅先で可愛いものちょろまかすから。
Spare me. I'll get cute stuff for you on my travels. I told the bell signaled that break time was over.
ほらほら、ケイチ君もみーちゃんも先生来るよ。
Come on, Keiichi-kun and Mi-chan. The teacher's coming. I took Reina's hand and stood up. It was just as the teacher had entered the classroom. Just one more hour. Man, oh man. Got to buckle down for one more. I forgot to save. Wait. Oh, that is chapter 4. How was it, Kei-chan?
レナさんの家に行ったでございますか？
So you went to Reina-san's house.
すごかったでしょ？
Wasn't it amazing?
そんなことないよね。
It's nothing like that, right?
ね。
Right? Unlike my house, the Ryugu residence wasn't newly constructed. It had been renovated from a pre-existing building. Well, the house itself was fine. The problem was the yard. There, it was crammed with rows upon rows of oddities. They were all the same as Colonel Randy, stuff you'd see while walking around in town. The cake shop's mascot, Lil Licky. The total mon in front of the pharmacy. She even had the amazing flying elephant from the top of the department store.
そこまでは100歩譲って可愛いことにしてもいい。
I'll agree with you that those are cute.
だがあの郵便
But
ポストは
why the
変だぞ。
mailbox?
ああいうのってまずいんじゃないのか？
Won't you get in trouble for that one?
だってはあ、かわいいんだもん。
But, oh, so cute. She must have just thought about it because her face filled with delight.
でかけりゃいいのか？
So it's the bigger the better,
でかけりゃ。
just as long as it's big.
で、お部屋には小さいものがごっちゃりと陳列してありますの。
In her room displays the smaller ones.
前に拝見したことがあるでございますわ。
I had a chance to see them before.
で、リカちゃんみたいな可愛い子は地下室にしまうのか？
And cute kids like Rika-chan are locked away in the basement.
うんうん、何でもしまっちゃうよ。
Yeah, I'll keep anything.
はあ、かわいい。
How cute. So she takes anything she likes back to her nest. No ill will intended.
なあレナ、
Hey, Reina.
ニューヨークに自由の女神ってあるだろ？
You know about the Statue of Liberty in New York, right?
あれ可愛いか？
Is that cute?
うんうん、何でもしまっちゃうよ。はあ、うん、かわいいよ。はあ、
Yeah,
欲し
cute.
いよ。
How I want it. The US should probably come up with some countermeasures ASAP. If not, the Statue of Liberty really will take a trip to Hinamizawa in the not so distant future.
お待たせしましたです。
My apologies for keeping you waiting. Rika-chan had returned.
職員室に呼ばれるなんて面白くないよな。
No fun being called to the staff room.
なんかやったのか？
Did you do something?
失礼な。リカはケイチさんのような不良とは違うでございます。
How rude. Rika isn't a hoodlum like Keiichi-san. Ahaha.
違うよケイチくん。
Nothing like that, Keiichi-kun. I gotta stop hitting my scroll wheel.
リカちゃんはお祭りの実行委員さんなの。
Rika-chan is a member of the festival committee.
祭り？
Festival?
学校の文化祭かなんかの？
The school cultural festival or something?
ケイちゃんケイちゃん、この前言ったじゃん。
Kei-chan, I already told you.
村祭りだよ。
It's the village festival.
綿流しのお祭り。
The Watanagashi. Oh, come to think of it, she did say there'd be a festival at the shrine during the next break.
その綿流しって何なんだ？
So what's this Watanagashi thing about?
灯籠流しみたいなもんか？
Is it like a floating lantern festival?
最後に沢に流すってとこだけは同じかな。
I guess the last part where you set things adrift in a river is similar.
傷んで使えなくなったお布団とかトテラとかにね。
Except we use cotton things like old worn out futons and padded cloaks.
ご苦労様って感謝して供養しながら沢に流すお祭りなの。
It's a festival expressing their thanks for their years of service. People living in Hinamizawa dump their futons and padded cloaks in a stream. Sounds like it'd be a lot of trouble if it backed up the current. Maybe they just drop some fish in and have a fish wrangling competition. Skewer them and sprinkle a little salt. Oh man, I could smell it already.
それじゃあサマーキャンプですわ。
That's just summer camp.
ケイチさんって意外に想像力貧困でございますのね。
I never anticipated how destitute Keiichi-san's imaginative capabilities would actually be.
なんで俺がくだらん想像をしたことが分かった？
What? How could you tell I was thinking something silly?
表情に出てましたです。
It was written all over your face. What sort of face could have expressed what I'd imagined just now? Rana demonstrated for me. I see. No argument here.
まあそんなに面白いものじゃないけどさ。
Nothing fun like that, you see?
楽しみにしてりゃいいじゃん。
But you should still look forward to it.
みんなで行こう。
Let's all go together.
当日は迎えに行くからね。
I'll come get you that day. I don't really feel like going to festivals unless someone asks me to.
まあそんなに面白いものじゃないけどさ、楽しみにしてりゃいいじゃん。
I wouldn't get bored if these guys were doing it.
退屈どころか
You won't get bored.
今年もやるぜ。
We're doing it again this year. Mion's proclamation came out as she looked at each member in turn. What was this all about? From the way Mion looked, it was probably
我が部の夏の風物詩、
our club's summer tradition,
綿流し祭4強幕と
the Watanagashi 4-demon firefight.
センスね
That sounds awful.
え。なんだよそのネーミングは。
What kind of name is that?
レナは可愛い名前だと思うけどな。
I think it's a cute name though. I tried to object sharply, but since Reina looked happy about it, I decided it was pointless to fight.
ケイイチもいますから、今年は5強爆闘になりますです。
Since Keiichi is here this year, it begins 5 demons. Rika-chan made a small correction in the light of my presence.
で、この仰々しいネーミングの部活動とお祭りがどう結びつくんだ？
So, how does this funky sounding club activity tie into the festival?
日頃部活動で培った実力をご披露するのでございますわ。
This is where you exhibit the skills you nurtured through your daily club activities.
その通り。
Exactly.
日々の厳しい試練を乗り越えた精鋭中の最精鋭たる我々の実力を。
We show the full extent of the abilities that the best of the best have attained through our daily trials and tribulations.
でも去年は村長さんに怒られたし、
But last year the mayor got angry,
今年は迷惑をかけないようにしないと
so we
ね。
need to make sure not to cause any problems this time.
つまり露店巡りをしながら部活動をするわけです。
So basically we're doing club activities while checking out the stalls. Ika-chan it really is the only one who explains things so they make sense. I see, so we'll be exhibiting on those busy festival grounds. Reina was right, of course, that would be a reason for the mayor to get angry.
でも楽しいんだよ。
But it's lots of fun. That was the only point I did not doubt. It would be, without question, fun. The day of the festival is drawing near.
じゃそれはそれとして
Well, putting that aside for now,
今日も始めようかね部活動。
let's,
右は
let's start our club activities today. Any objections?
なーし
Nay. Our voices rang out in unison.
やっぱり人数が多い時はトランプが一番の王道だよね。
When there's lots of people, card games really are the easiest to play.
まさにこれぞテーブルゲームのベーシック。
This really is the most basic of table games.
また乾杯トランプか
Playing with a marked deck again?
今日は新品。
We'll use a new one today.
傷はないから本当に条件は互角。
There are no marks on the cards, so we're on equal footing.
本当でございましょうね。
I wonder if that really is the case.
そのカード改めさせてもらいますわ。
I will have to inspect them. Well, that was fair. Just to be safe, everyone check the cards.
これなら大丈夫だよ。
Yes, these seem to be fine.
みんな納得した？
Are you all satisfied?
じゃあ今日はね大貧民にしようか。5人って人数もいい感じでしょ。
Then today, I guess, we'll play President. That's good for 5 people. Another standard card game. First one to get rid of all their cards wins. The basic rules: play a better card than the one before. You can play straights and pairs. There are various techniques that improve the game, like reversals. But because it's such a well-known game, there are lots of house rules for it as well. The name, for example. In my hometown, we call it Millionaire.
一応細部を確認しとくぜ。
I'd like to go over some details.
ジョーカーはオールマイティか
Are the jokers wild?
3は3枚でも革命可能か
Can you make a reversal with 3 threes?
ジョーカーはなし。
No jokers.
2が最強。
2 is the highest.
革命返しはあり。
You can reverse a reversal.
3でも4枚なきゃ革命不可。
You can only make a reversal with 4 of a kind, not 3.
あとね、ゲーム開始時に貧民がいいカードを上納するってルールがあるでしょ。
So you know how the peasant sends a good card to the president?
あれはなしなの。
None of that. While I was confirming the familiar rules, Satoko looked over at me cautiously. I probably should have tried to look like more of an amateur. I was pretty used to this game. It's president, and it's with a new deck. Today, I might be able to win. I had the gist of the rules now, but that wasn't everything, was it?
今日の罰ゲームは何でございますの？
So, what shall today's penalty be?
それなんだけどさ、みんなで何枚かメモに書いて敗者に引かせるってのはどうかな。
About that, why don't we all write something down on slips of paper and have the loser draw one? Oh, that seemed like it could be interesting.
ではどぎついのを書いてケイチさんに引かせてやりますわ。
I'll write a nasty one and have Keiichi-san draw it.
あんまりひどいのを書くと自分で引いた時大変だよ。
It would be awful if you wrote a bad one and drew it yourself.
負けなきゃいいってんだろ。
Just don't lose.
わかってるじゃありませんの。
Don't you know best? Mion handed out several slips of paper to everybody.
じゃあ適当に書いてこのカバンの中に入れて。
Then write down whatever and put it in this bag.
負けた人はこの中に手を突っ込んで1枚引くってことで。
When you lose, stick your hand inside and pick one out. Now then, what would be a good penalty? Worst case scenario, you draw what you wrote. Something too intense would be like digging your own grave.
何もなしって書くのは禁じ手にしましょうです。
No penalty. Let's forbid that kind of idea from being written down. Mika-chan's casual suggestion caused Mion's hand to lurch into a sudden halt.
うわー、ミオンさん卑怯ですわ。
Ah, that's so sneaky, Mion-san.
何もなしって書いて角を折ってあるんですの。
She wrote no penalty and the corner of the slip is folded. I see. Just in case you lost, just grab the note with the folded corner and you'd be safe. That was a good idea. Diabolical as ever, Mion. Rika-chan is quite formidable too, being able to see through that. I couldn't underestimate her even though she doesn't stand out.
みんな、あんまり意地悪な罰ゲームはやめようね。
Everyone, don't write penalties that are too mean, okay? Nobody agreed to Rand's proposal. Everyone was ruthless.
大丈夫だよレナ。
It's fine, Rena.
負けなきゃいいんだからな。
Just don't lose.
うん、そうだね。
Yeah, that's true.
よし、頑張ってレナの罰ゲームをみんなに引かせるぞ。
I'll try hard so everyone has to pick the penalty I write. Reina was quite brutal even though she usually appeared meek. Better not underestimate her either.
同感ですわ。
I agree with that.
特にレナの罰ゲームってのがとっても気になるでございます。
I'm very curious what Reina's penalty is in particular.
誰の罰ゲームでも怖いです。
Everyone's penalties are scary. I still didn't know what Rika-chan's penalties would be.
つまり
Basically,
このゲームには負けられないってわ
you
け。
can't afford to lose this game.
ご一同覚悟はいいね。
Everybody here ready? We all nodded determinedly. Having confirmed that, Mion dealt out the cards. Finally, the battle begins. I had a decent starting hand. Card after card was played in the middle, not needing Mion to tell them. Both Rika-chan and Satoko played the cards without hesitation. Reina and I were the only ones who paused to think. It seemed that Reina genuinely couldn't make up her mind, but I was different. I was like a shark stalking its prey, just waiting for the right time to strike.
あれ、
Huh?
これ通るのかよ。
Will this work?
じゃあ3出して上がりだぜ。
Then I'll play this 3, and I'm out. 9.
いないですの。
Nobody? 8.
8.
7.
上がりでございます。
I'm out.
5と5。
5 and 5.
上がりますです。
I'm out.
じゃあ最後の1枚を捨てて上がりね。
And I'll discard this last one, and I'm out.
気をしたか。
Wow, I missed my chance. The loser at the first round was, of all people, Mion. And now I was certain. Today, I could win.
じゃあ
Now then.
みーちゃんこの中から1枚引いてね。
Mi-chan, pull out one of the slips, okay? Mion, accepting her defeat, scrounged around inside the bag and pulled out one piece of paper. What?
誰これ。
Who did this?
誰です誰。
Who wrote this? Mion quivered and shrieked.
どうなの？
What is it?
どうなの？
What is it? Reina was also surprised when she peeked at it. What kind of terrible thing was written on it? Pet the principal on the head.
ちょっと待て。
Hey, wait.
これがどうやばいんだ？
How is this bad?
圭一さんは気づきませんの？
Keiichi-san, do you not understand?
校長先生は頭髪が薄いことを恥ずかしがってますの。
The principal is ashamed of his thinning hair. Satoko yelled with a serious look on her face, but she wasn't as loud as Mion's shriek. What could it be?
校長先生は武道の達人なのです。
The principal is a martial arts master.
若い頃は世界を修行して回って武術の奥義を極めきったと豪語してますの。
He boasts about traveling around the world perfecting his skills when he was younger.
戦後の日本の教育の乱れを憂いて教育者に転校したんだって。
He switched to teaching after seeing the poor state of education in Japan after the war. He was inhuman. Pet that guy's head?
部長の私が模範を示さないわけにはいかないね。
As the club president, there was no way I can set a bad example by refusing. Here. She bellowed out a yell as she dashed off down the hallway.
静かにこっそり行って穏便に済ます方が有利じゃないのか？
Wouldn't it have been easier to sneak out quietly and try to do it without making a fuss?
多分無理だよ。
Probably impossible.
だって気配でアメフラシが探せるって言ってたし。
They say he used to hunt sea slugs just by sensing their presence. I could do nothing but wait with bated breath. Kerpow! A rumble shook the classroom.
校長先生、超奥義発動です。
The principal's special launcher move just started. Kukawabi, Vijin Kaboom. Following the launcher with a jab jab strong fierce combo. He's even using meter.
ジークンドーだな。
From how it sounded, the principal is jumping fierce. It sounds like a multi-hit combo.
知らないよ。食らいたくないもん。
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Nothing I could do now, but except stay calm. I understood now why there are no delinquents at this school. After a few moments of silence, Neil slumped back to us.
撫でた。これで
Petted.
いい。
Is that good enough? Neon said before collapsing.
とりあえず生きてますわね。
She's alive at least.
ゲーム続行は可能でございますわ。
Now we can continue the game.
鬼。
Monster. I was amazed the person who made club activities like these could say that.
でも
But now,
これで一番おっかない罰ゲームはなくなったね。
the worst penalty is gone now, right? Right? Reina tried to lighten the mood and was only met with Neon's malicious grin. She was serious now.
もう手加減しないからね。
I'm not holding back anymore.
あんたたちにも思い知らせてやろうじゃん。
You'll all get yours. The pace of the game became bizarrely quick. I could tell the game had gotten more intense.
S345あっかり
Ace, 3, 4, 5. I'm out.
これで僕も上がりますです。
I'm out as well.
へへ、俺も上がらせてもらうぜ。
Yeah, I'm out too.
これで上がりですの。
3, I am now out.
負けちゃったよ。
I lost? And the heavens chose to vanquish Reina.
どんな罰ゲームだろう。どんな罰ゲームだろう。
What kind of penalty, I wonder? What kind of penalty, I wonder? It wasn't exactly hard for her to be worried. Just thinking of the level of difficulty of Neon's first penalty still made me quiver. And so the penalty she drew with trembling fingers was... The heck was this? Speak like a maid.
なにこれ
Huh? What is this?
これってどうすればいいの
This one. What do I need to do?
ってことはつまりそういう口調で喋れということではございませんの
So basically, it means that you have to use the same expressions as a maid.
はあはいご主人様
Okay, master. Hit me like a ton of bricks. I had no idea who wrote that penalty, but she was awesome.
じゃあレナ、カードを集めてみんなに配ってくれるかな。
Then, Reina, can you shuffle the cards and deal?
はいご主人様
Yes, master. I could just die right now.
とにかくゲームを続行しよ
Anyway, let's continue.
う。なあレナ。
Right, Reina?
はいご主人様
Yes, master. He's messing with her. The eagerness to which I was goading Reina into addressing me as master was downright impressive, if I do say so myself.
うりゃ
Oh yeah,
もう負けないよ
I
上が
won't,
り
I won't lose anymore. I'm out.
私も絶対負けられないでございますのよ
I shan't lose either.
上がりましたです
I'm out.
ならこれで俺も上がりだ。
Then with that, I'm out too.
そんな
I can't believe it.
またレナの負けでございますか
Is it Reina's loss again? Reina again. What kind of penalty would it be this time? I was delighted by the mysterious sense of anticipation. Anticipation? No, this was conviction. Remove one item from clothing from the top and bottom halves of your body.
それはまずいだろう。
That's just indecent.
誰だよこんなの書いたの。
Who could have written this? My face reddened in anger. If I didn't yell something out, I wouldn't be able to hide my shaking. Who did write that? God, please give that man a Nobel Prize.
きっとノーベルスケベ賞ですわね
That would be an ignoble prize. Not good, not good. What I was thinking was written on my face.
はあみーちゃん
Mii-chan. Reina begged Mion with teary eyes, but everyone knew Mion's answer already.
はいはい甘えない甘えない
Nope, nope, won't go easy on you.
負けたら潔く
You lost, so take it like a man.
わかりましたご主人様は
Uh,
あ脱ぎます
understood, master. I'll undress. What? I looked around, thinking someone else would probably stop her. Of course, I wasn't exactly trying to stop her either. Then I heard wrestling a critical. I can't with this game.
これでよろしいでしょうかご主人様
Is this fine, master? I looked away like a gentleman. But these club activities, you need to be ruthless after all.
なんだ
ケイチさん、何を期待してますの？
Keiichi-san, whatever were you expecting?
下に体操服着てなかったらさすがに脱げませんわ。
Certainly we would not have her strip if she weren't wearing her PE clothes underneath. Satoko poked fun at me, but right now I can't hear it.
ケイちゃんもやるね。
Not bad, Kei-chan.
こっちの方向で攻めてくるとはおじさん予想もつかなかったわ。
This old man never even thought you would go after her like that.
違うこれは俺が書いたんじゃない
You've got it all wrong. I didn't write that one.
ご主人様が書いたんじゃないんですか？
Master didn't write this one? Her squirming around in my PE clothes made it impossible for me not to feel anything. Calm down, Keiichi Maibara. Neon probably wrote that one and planned to go after me as I panicked. You can't fall for her trap knowing it's a trap. Clear your head. Calm down and assess the situation. I was determined to think my way out of this. And the answer was quite simple. I win. And I became a god. I, who had already entered the domain of godhood, what would dare stand in my way? It was like they were pulled to me magnetically. I was picking up aces and twos like nobody's business.
なんでこんなにカード運が悪いんでございますの？
How could my luck of the draw be so bad?
サトコの負けだな
Satoko lost, right?
引くぞ
I'll draw the penalty.
妹口調で喋る
Speak like a little sister.
はい、お兄ちゃん。
Fine. Oni-chan. Yes. The pleasure of making his brat disgrace herself.
ま
Ah,
たおじさんの負けじゃん。
this old man loses again.
ミオンの負けだな
Neon's lost, right?
引くぞ
I'll draw it out.
女子スクール水着に着替える
For a girl's school swimsuit.
の
No.
ケイちゃんに引かせたかった。
That's the one I wanted Kei-chan to get. Yes. Neon's despair was like sweet honey.
ご主人様、
Master, I
ま
lost
た負け
again.
ちゃいました。
レナの負けだな
Reina lost.
引くぞ
I'll draw it for you.
1位に膝枕
Let the first person in first place rest their head on your lap.
この格好でですか、ご主人様。
How in this outfit, Master? Yeah. She's not wearing a skirt, so it's her bare legs.
お兄ちゃん、強すぎですの。
Oni-chan, you're too good.
サトコの負けだな
Satoko lost again.
引くぞ
I'll draw it.
1位にご奉仕
Obey the person in first place.
肩でも揉んでもらおっかな
How about I have you give me a shoulder massage?
はい、お兄ちゃん。
Fine, Oni-chan.
ほらもっと奥まで
Come on, do it a bit harder.
爪立てんじゃねえぞ
Don't use your nails. I had transformed into an evil dictator and couldn't be doing any better. It felt like I could control how the cards played out with my mind, and even decide what suits would appear just by willing it. But by the time I realized it, I had already assembled a harem. I was laughing heartily as I rested my head on Reina, who was now a boomer-clad maid. Satoko was wearing a collar and had taken on little sister properties. Mion was fanning me while wearing a school swimsuit.
今日はご主人様は圧勝でございますね。
How? Today is Master's overwhelming victory, isn't it?
あんまり頭をゴロゴロしないでくださいまし。
Please refrain from moving your head around so much. I began to think, why does man have no end to his desires? How could I wish for more than this palace of dreams?
どうしましたですか、ケイイチ。
What is it, Keiji?
どうして人の欲望には限りがないのか
I'm saddened by the thought of
憂
a
いていた
man.
のさ。
I'm saddened by the thought of a man having no end to his desires. That was it. Rika-chan hadn't been in first, but she continued to escape being in last.
ケイイチは欲張りさんですよ。
Keiji is quite greedy.
春を知るとも言いますです。
It said you should know when enough is enough.
十分理解してるよ。
I know that very well.
なんて言うのかな。
But how to say it?
もう死んでもいいって感じ。
I feel like I wouldn't mind if I died now.
ご主人様、あんまりゴロゴロしないで。
Master, please refrain from moving your head around.
死んでもいいですね。
You said you wouldn't mind dying.
叶えて差し上げますですよ。
Then that can be arranged. Rika-chan said it in her usual calm manner with a cheery tone. This was undoubtedly a declaration of war.
いいぞリカちゃん、やっちゃえ。
Go, Rika-chan, go. Take him out.
このドスケベ大魔王をやっつけるでございます。
Defeat this art devil of perversion.
僕では勝てないかもしれませんですが、やっつけますですよ。
I might not be able to win, but I'll beat him. Such stoicism from this little girl who's always hidden away in Satsuko's shadow. It would probably be rude not to meet her head on. I shall face you myself, little one. I saw Mion swap cue cards with Rika-chan in the middle of the game, but I pretended I didn't see it. Do you believe you can defeat Keiichi-sama with just that?
2です。
2.
エースエースエースです。8、8、8、8。革命しますです。
Reversal. Everybody looked over at me. I was still brimming with confidence. Mwahaha. The four of them have allied against me. That's it, you're making me laugh.
ありだったよな。
That was good.
革命返しだ。
Reversal, reversal. What?
そんなバカなことがあるわけ。
How could such a thing be? Satsuko let out a shriek. Mwahaha. You simpletons. Using up all of her cards before calling the reversal left Rika-chan with no good cards. She was defeated soon after.
僕の負けです。
I lost.
ついに我が軍門に下ったり。
Finally, you fall into my clutches.
さあ一枚引くぞ。
Now I'll pick one out.
おー
Where cat uses a bell collar and a tail. Mwahaha. Even the penalties were as I wished. Rika-chan clung her head and equipped the 3 holy artifacts. It's questionable as to why such things were in Mion's locker, but since I had no objections, I didn't ask. Whoa. This was so... how... It felt like I had become Reina. This was definitely cute.
かわいいよね。ね
Cute, isn't it? Isn't it?
え。お持ち帰り。
I want to take her home. That wasn't me talking. That was the actual Reina.
み
As Rika-chan mimicked a cat, teary-eyed, rings of smoke escaped from Reina's ears with an audible poof.
リカちゃん、お持ち帰り、お持ち帰り。
Rika-chan must take home. Taking her home.
ちょっとだけだよ。変なことはしないんだよ。しないんだよ。
Just for a while. I won't do anything strange. Nothing strange.
そうか、その手が残ってたか。
I see. I still have one trick left. Mion gasped and dropped her fist into her open palm.
レナがどうしてもって言うなら、僕はお持ち帰りされちゃうです。
If Reina must, she can take me home.
さんに圭一さんが倒せたらですわ。
After Reina-san beats Keiji, she can. They thought that Reina in cute mode would be able to defeat me. Would it be that easy? Opposing moves the same as opposing God. I'd teach them their place.
証拠罪だ。
How preposterous.
レナなど返り討ちに。
That Reina can't defeat me. Eek. For a moment, I didn't know what was going on. The 52 cards danced and flowed freely between Reina's hands like the machination of a master magician. In the middle of those flowing cards was Reina's ecstatic expression, her head bobbing around.
ヘロ圭一くん、早く早く。
Shall we, Keiji-kun? Hurry, hurry. My whole body knew it already. I was going to lose. No play.
出ないのケイちゃん。
Nothing to play, Kei-chan.
ならこれであっかり。
Then with this, I'm out. Everyone cheered. I was spent.
悔いはないさ。神様。短い夢をサンキューな。
I've got no regrets. God, thank you for letting me dream a little.
さあ引くでございますよ。
Now then, I'll take out one out.
圭一さんの罰ゲーム、これですわ。
Keiji-san's penalty. This is it. Everybody peeked at it in unison. Jesus flickering between the text in my face.
今日一日はしゃがせてもらったからな。何でもやるぜ。内容はなんだ？
All day today, I did as I pleased. I'll do whatever it is. What's on there?
全部。
All.
は？
Huh? Every penalty up until now.
なんだそりゃ
What the heck? It's peak fiction, I tell you.
圭一さん、言葉遣いが弟属性になっていませんでしたよ。
Keiji-san, should you not be speaking like a little brother?
はい、お姉ちゃん。
Yes, One-chan.
うわー、これはやみつきになるでございますわ。
Wow, this is quite addicting.
あと肩も揉んでもらいますわよ。
Next, I'll have you rub my shoulders.
圭一くん、膝枕はいいからレナにもね。
Keiji-kun, I don't need the lap pillow, so do that other one, okay?
はい、ご主人様。
Oh, yes, master.
圭一くん、それすごくかわいい。もっと言って、もっと言って。
Keiji-kun, that's so cute. Say it again, say it again.
ああ、もうお許しください、ご主人様。
Yo, please spare me, master. Rana passed out with a squeal, blood spewing from her nose like a fountain. My dignity was being trampled more than a communal doormat.
次はおじさんだね。
Next is from this old man.
まずはのんびりとうちわで仰いでもらおうかな。
I'm going to have you fan me for a good long while, you know? Foosh, foosh.
あ、そうか。
Oh, almost forgot.
これも着ないとダメだよね。
You need to wear this, don't you?
スクール水着。
The school swimsuit.
それ女子用だろ。
This is for girls.
俺は男子用でいいんじゃないのか？
Can't I wear the one for boys?
ここにちゃんと女子スクール水着に着替えると明記してございますわ。
It was clearly written here, wear a girls' school swimsuit, as you can see. Satoko was like a loan shark. Actually, me trying to escape reality as fast as humanly possible is pretty adorable if I did say so myself.
だって
But
誰のスクール水着を着るんだよ。
whose school swimsuit am I going to
嫌だ
wear?
ろ。
If I were wearing one of yours,
俺なんかに着られたら。
you wouldn't like it, right?
おじさんそういうのは全然気にしないから。
This old man doesn't care about that kind of stuff at all.
いいじゃん役得でさ。
Think of it as a little benefit.
私スタイルすっごく悪いからケイちゃんでも着れないことないと思うよ。
I'm not that in shape, so I think even Kei-chan can fit into it. The executioners surrounded me, waggling their fingers. No, no, no. My first thought, it's tight around the waist. Second thought, the chest area was pretty loose. The third thought, the crotch was how?
ケイチくんかいかい。
Keiichi-kun is bending forward. Cute, cute.
あとこれに猫耳と首輪と尻尾をつけて完成しますです。
You'll be ready after you wear the cat ears, bell and tail.
ケイちゃん鏡見る？いやマジすごいって。
Kei-chan, wanna look in the mirror? It's amazing, really.
多分見といた方がいい。
It's probably best if you look. The stern, scientific, calculating nature mixed in with her fascination made Mion very scary.
遠慮します、ご主人様。
I would like to respectfully decline, Master.
これで出来上がりですわね。
Your ensemble is complete.
このままの格好で下校するってのもあればよかったですのに。
If only we could send you home dressed like that.
じゃあもういいかい、着替えてさ。
Then, is this enough? I'll change and... While I was saying that, Neon placed her hands on my shoulder and Rika-chan slipped up behind me without a sound.
まだです、ケイチ。
Not yet, Keiichi.
一番最初にやった罰ゲームが残ってますです。
There's still the first penalty left.
この格好でか。
In this getup, Rika-chan patted my head without saying a word.
うわっす、失礼します。
Oh, sir, excuse me.
入りたまえ。
Yes, please come in. I stepped forwards into the principal's office. My bell collar jingled adorably. The principal froze solid with a smile on his face as he saw me. I couldn't blame him. In this sacred place of study, specifically in his office. Though I said, "Excuse me," as I entered, the sight of a person entering within a school swimsuit, cat ears, a collar, and a tail, and for it to be a young male student, without a doubt, any normal person's psyche would have stopped cold. But this could be explained. We'll call it uncanny valley camouflage, if you will. When humans see others, they can only begin to act after confirming this is human. Meaning that if he could not comprehend what was in front of him, then in those moments before he could begin to fully process the situation, his mind was completely blank. That was my one and only chance for victory. My penalty, rubbing the principal's head.
こっちよー、勝負。
Principal, I challenge you. Her. A zing sound echoed loudly. He went straight for the special move. The principal said one thing to me.
男とは何ぞや。
What does it mean to be a man? And then a heartbeat. Boo. That tremor resounded throughout the Hinamizawa twilight. Reina was given permission to caress Rika's head as much as she wanted, so they headed home together, very pleased. Once again today, it was just Mion and I going home.
いやー、白熱したね。ケイちゃんがあんなに大貧民が強いとは思わなかった。
Man, that was intense. I didn't know Kei-chan was so good at president.
いや、俺自身が一番驚いてるよ。
No, I was the most surprised more than anyone. If I was playing with guys, I wouldn't have been that strong.
しかし、ひってえ目にあった。
But still, it was pretty bad.
あんな姿で担架で運ばれた日にゃ、松代までの恥だ。
Being carried off on a stretcher in that outfit will probably haunt me until the day I die.
でもいいじゃん。
But that's fine, isn't it?
7台は自慢できるくらいいい目も見たんだし。
You were able to do something to boast about for ages, the ages too. How? Well, when she says it like that, we both smiled at each other.
おやまた会ったね、ケイチ君。
Oh, we meet again, Keiichi-kun. It was Tomitake-san. It felt like I'd been running into him quite often.
どうも。いい写真は撮れてますか？
Hey, take any good pictures?
ま、そこそこにね。
Well, a few.
で、
So, Tomitake-san was suddenly leaned over and whispered into my ear.
しかし、ケイチ君も隅に置けないな。
You sure get around.
今日はこの間とは違う彼女かい？
Today, you already have a different girl?
そういうんじゃないですよ。
It's not like that.
とぼけないとぼけない。
No need to hide it.
若いうちは経験が大事なんだから
It's
な。
important to get lots of experience when you're young. Because Tomitake-san let out such a crude laugh, Mion knew what we were talking about even without hearing his whispering.
富武のおじさまだってなかなか隅に置けないって噂ですけど。
I've heard through the grapevine that Mr. Tomitake isn't doing so badly himself, hmm?
いや、僕はそんなつもりで。
No, that wasn't my intention.
はいはい。
Sure.
お仕事頑張っていい写真いっぱい撮ってくださいな。
Keep up the good work and take plenty of pictures.
バイバイ。
See ya. Mion seemed to really want to get rid of this lout quickly. From the way she spoke, it seemed as if Mion knew Tomitake-san quite well.
おじさまは今年は渡長島で滞在ですかな？
How's the year treating you, mister? Staying until the Watanagashi?
うん、そのつもりだよ。
Yep, I plan to.
お祭りを一通り撮影したら、また東京に帰るよ。
After photographing the festival, I plan on heading back to Tokyo.
カメラマンってやつは本当に気楽な商売ですこと。
Being a photographer sure is easy.
早くでっかい賞を取って有名になってくださいよね。
Be sure to win some big award and become famous.
今期逃してまで写真撮影に熱中してるんだから。
You spent all your best years on photography after all.
そんなことはないと思うな。
I don't think I'm that far gone.
男は味噌汁から味が出るんだよ。
Don't they say men start developing their own unique flavor in their 30s?
味噌から味が出てどうすんですか、バッチーナ。
What does it matter when you taste like that? That's so gross.
うんあおっと、そろそろ宿に戻らないと暗くなっちゃうな。
Oh, look at the time. I need to get back to the inn before it gets dark. Tomitake-san began to take his leave with a dry laugh. It did look like he was outmatched by Mion.
じゃあお二人ともお祭りでまた会おうね。
Now then, I'll see you both at the festival. After waving a hand cheerfully, Tomitake-san disappeared amidst the cries of the Higurashi.
あんな調子で本当に有名になれんのかね。
The way he's going, he probably won't ever get
個展
famous.
開いたら私の写真展示してもらう約束になってんだけど、
I
当
had
分
him
実現しそうにないかね。
promised he'd display a picture of me if he ever opened up a gallery, but I don't think that'll ever happen.
ミオンは富武さんのことを知ってるんだ。
So you know Tomitake-san.
うん、知り合いっていうかほら、ここじゃよそ者はすぐ分かっちゃうからね。
Yeah, he's an acquaintance for me. Ugh. That's what I mean, I get it. But you know how easy it is to tell who's an outsider.
昨日今日会ったばかりという感じじゃなかったな。
It sounded like you met him all the time.
富武さんね、 結構ちょくちょくひなみ沢に来るんだよ。
Tomitake-san comes out to Hinamizawa regularly.
年に 2,3 回くらいかな。
Maybe 2-3 times a year.
季節の風景や野鳥を撮影してるんだってさ。ま、大した写真じゃないんだろうけどね。
He says he's taking pictures of the seasonal scenery and wild birds. But, well, those photos really are nothing to phone home about. The image Mion painted of Tomitake-san was fairly unique. The Tomitake-san I knew was more mysterious. The words flowed naturally from my mouth.
富武さんって本当に野鳥撮影で来てるのかな。
I wonder if he's really here to take pictures of birds. Mion stared blankly at me as if to ask, "Why do you say that?"
なんかこう撮影以外の目的で来てるようなさ。
It just seems he's here for something other than taking pictures, I think.
そんな気がしないか。
Don't you get that feeling? Like about that incident, the dismemberment.
やっぱりそう思う？
Oh, you too?
だとしたらいい感してるよ、ケイちゃん。
If so, you've got good instincts, Kei-chan. She agreed with what I thought, but was quite chipper about it, and quite chipper in how she said it.
知ってるのかミオン。
You knew about it then, Mion?
もうね。
Of course.
他のみんなはひょっとすると気づいてないかもしれないけど、このおじさんの目はごまかせないしね。
He might be able to pull one over everyone else, but he can't fool this old man. Mion was posturing pretentiously, but I had easily come to a very different conclusion from what she was imagining. It felt like all apprehensions I had about Tomitake-san disappeared, lifting a burden off my shoulders. I was finally able to appreciate how clear the evening sky over Hinamizawa was. I exhaled everything in my lungs and inhaled just as much. It smelled like dusk.
どうしたの、ケイちゃん？
What is it, Kei-chan?
日暮らしの声ってさ、
It's just that
こんなにも気持ちいいものだったんだなっ
I
て。
never thought the cries of the Higurashi could feel this good.
ケイちゃん、何よ今さら。
What's gotten into you all of a sudden, Kei-chan? We both continued to giggle, not knowing
レナ
why.
は今頃どうしてるかな。
I wonder what Reina is doing.
リカちゃんを思う存分可愛がれたのかな。
I bet she's getting her fill of Rika-chan by now.
今頃は夕食を振る舞うから遊びにおいでって誘ってる真っ最中だよ。
She's probably in the middle of asking her over so she can treat her to dinner.
うまく持ち帰れるといいな。
It'd be great if she's able to take her home.
どうだろうね。
I wonder.
リカちゃんってあれでなかなかうまいから。
Rika-chan is pretty good at that stuff.
ああ、それは同感。
Yeah, I feel the same.
頭を撫でる罰ゲーム。あれ、きっとリカちゃんだぜ。
That head petting penalty was probably from Rika-chan. Ugh.
私も同感。
I thought so too.
校長先生の頭を撫でられるのはリカちゃんだけだし。
The only one who could get away with patting his head is Rika-chan, after all. Just pointless chit-chat. The hot day felt like it was being cooled down by the cries of the Higurashi. Community notice. We're greeting the end of the rainy season sooner than in prior years. On this day, when it feels like summer will soon arrive, I'm pleased that everyone is in good health. The season for the Watanagashi is finally upon us. I believe the assistance of the town council will make this a wonderful festival. I also wish to ask for the assistance of everyone in regards to a few things. 1. Collecting bazaar goods. Villagers are welcome to put their wares on show at the well-received Hinamizawa Grand Bazaar exhibition. Anything is welcome, from unconsumed gift to used clothing. No raw goods, please. Management, Makino. Tell X XXXX. 2. Recruiting Lille Festival drum dancers. The renowned Lille Festival drum dancers group, known for its careful choreography, the Shofu Society, is taking last-minute participants. We're looking for any Shobo elementary and middle schoolers. Management, Kimiyoshi. I'm not saying the telephone anymore. 3. Taking donations. We are accepting donations in multiples of 1,000 yen. For every 1,000 yen donation, you'll be awarded a refreshment stand ticket. Management, Sonozaki. We are always taking suggestions for ways to improve the festival. If you have an interesting idea, call Kimiyoshi at... There's a 200 yen refreshment stand ticket attached below the cut line. And this is the end of chapter 5. Save. And I'm gonna end the stream there. So I don't know when I'll it probably won't be in another year. Probably tomorrow, maybe. So I'm gonna end the stream and probably continue tomorrow with chapter 6, 7, and hopefully 8. Maybe up to 9 too. So thank you for joining.